At first glance, The Sopranos might seem like just another mob series filled with violence, betrayal, and the occasional dark humor. But anyone who has truly immersed themselves in the show knows it's far more than that. David Chase's masterwork delves deep into existential philosophy, psychological trauma, and the complexities of human guilt. And yet, after over 2 decades, one subtle visual thread continues to puzzle fans: the mystery of the man on the stairs. Appearing only twice during the 3rd season, this unidentified figure is never named, never acknowledged by any character, and never explained. But his unsettling presence lingers in the minds of viewers long after the episodes end. Was he just an unnoticed extra? A production oversight? Or something far more deliberate and symbolic? A ghost at the wake. The mystery begins in the episode Pro's High Lavushka, where Tony Soprano's volatile mother has just died. As Janice awkwardly tries to get mourners to share warm memories about Livia, Tony silently fumes nearby. Then, almost like a glitch in the scene, a man appears in the background, descending the stairs. He pauses just over Tony's shoulder, looking down at the uncomfortable moment below. Then, just as silently, he turns and walks back upstairs. It's a blink and you'll miss it moment, but for many fans, it immediately raised questions. Who was this man? Why was he there? And more importantly, why does no one acknowledge him? Some have suggested he's simply a party guest trying to escape Janice's forced sentimentality, while others believe his eerie timing and positioning directly behind Tony is intentional. In a show that rarely leaves anything to chance, the latter theory has only gained traction with time. What adds weight to the mystery is that this episode already toys with ghostly imagery. Tony sees the reflection of Big Pussy, the friend he killed, in a glass picture frame. It's a reminder of his guilt, his sins, and the ever-present specter of death. It's in this context that the man on the stairs takes on a more symbolic form, perhaps as an embodiment of death, guilt, or judgment. The return of the shadow. Strangely enough, the same figure, or someone almost identical, appears again in the season finale, Army of One. This time, it's at Jackie Jr.'s funeral reception. As Jackie's mother, Rosalie, climbs the stairs in mourning, a man follows her, lightly clutching her back, not in support, but almost as if restraining her. Moments later, he reemerges and stands behind Ralphie, who's watching television, seemingly unmoved by Jackie's death, a death he had a hand in orchestrating. Again, the parallels are clear. Like Tony before him, Ralphie is seated while a strange man looms silently behind him. Both are dealing with recent death. Both are morally compromised. And both seem completely unaware of the man's presence. These similarities have fueled theories for years. Some argue this figure is not a man at all, but a recurring manifestation of guilt. Others see him as a personification of death, watching, waiting, and always present around those who have blood on their hands. The stairs that lead nowhere or everywhere. Stairs themselves are a notable motif in The Sopranos. They're transitional spaces, leading characters either up toward redemption or down into darkness. Tony's panic attacks often involve moments of spatial confusion, and staircases in the show often mark turning points or emotional breakdowns. The fact that this unnamed man always appears on stairs, never grounded, never settled, gives him an uncanny, in-between quality. He exists between levels, between scenes, perhaps even between the living and the dead. Theories abound online, ranging from the logical to the supernatural. Some believe he was just an extra who accidentally ended up in the shot twice. Others are convinced he represents Tony's repressed trauma, or is even the ghost of a past victim. Regardless of the theory, the consensus is that his presence is no accident. A debate that still burns decades later. It's rare for a background character to generate this much speculation, but that's part of The Sopranos' genius. The show refuses to hold your hand or give easy answers. Every frame, every line of dialogue, and every silent moment has the potential to mean more than it appears on the surface. And so, 24 years later, fans are still watching, still re-examining those scenes, still wondering who or what the man on the stairs really was. In a series defined by ambiguity and psychological complexity, perhaps the most haunting characters are the ones who never speak a word.